Hello, hello. Today, gonna go over all the new Pseudo exalted builds. So Ash, Gara, Khora, and Atlas. Gonna look at them, a few builds for them, and then the Pseudo exalted builds as well. All right, Ash. 4 purple shards, 1 blue shard to get 500 RG max. Have Wrathful Advance subsumed over the 1. This is the build I'm running. You can slot this for Steel Charge if you don't plan on using any melees besides your 4. This is the 4 build. Just make sure you use melee crescendo. Change it to whatever else you like. I'm using a Falcor, a bounce Falcor here. This is what it looks like. I would recommend having a Falcor with you, like for AoE, and then you have your 4 for doing high damage. So you just pop your 2, and then your 1, and then you just throw your melee, right? And it does considerable damage even without galvanized stacks. Like, this is the highest health enemies I can spawn in Sim, and it pretty much insta-kills them. So yeah, it's really good like for melee platforming because you have the stealth bonus and wrathful advance. But then also you can use your 4 for really high damage. So you just select enemies with your 4 and it'll just go to town. With priming, this can do damage cap. Even without priming at 12x, this can one-shot level cap Thrax. So this is just really good. This is like arguably the most comfortable level cap option now. It's really good, really easy, really nice. So Ash is just great now. And that's all. Okay, Gara. So pre-Encore, I would use Gara as mainly just a defense nuke with the mass vitrify stuff. I'll go over that in a minute, but for now, her best build now, in my opinion, is the sweep. So you run Wrathful Advance, and you just sweep, just running 5 ability strength shards. So this is the build. Real simple, not super complex. This is the Shattered Lash build. Also pretty simple, nothing crazy, just influence. I'm running Wrathful Advance instead of Roar here. I found Roar to be like more damage in more grouped up situations, but sometimes there are enemies that are like on their own, and so I kind of prefer Wrathful Advance, especially since it's almost always a guaranteed one shot. So here we are, just gonna build a combo. I would really recommend Naramon because you know the combo decay and stuff. It is decently hard to build a combo because you kind of insta kill everything. Um, but once I have my combo all built, there's also a QOL mod that you can run that gives you combo on, I believe, slash damage. And you can run that with your sweep if you want to build combo faster. I personally don't run it because the more damage is cool. But yeah, it's just really good. It hits through walls and stuff. So if I hide behind a pillar over here and I sweep, it'll still hit them all. Right, so this is just really good. I'll show this in game and possibly in level cap. Um, it's really good now. Okay, Sakura, just 5 purple shards. I run Master Summons over 2 for my loot build to revive Chesa in case it dies. You might think that decently high efficiency and Brief Respite are like anti-synergy, and I would agree with you, but it keeps alive well enough, so it doesn't really matter. The non-loot build, dumping efficiency, Brief Respite, Aegis, and then, you know, just pretty standard stuff. It doesn't run Pilfering Strangle Dome, but it still runs max range. I'll show probably the non-loot version real quick. So these are the Whip Claw. I'm just running a gas influence build. You could run Pure Elect. It doesn't matter too much. It's pretty much going to be an insta kill either way. I would recommend Naramon. Um, but yeah, it's pretty simple. So once again, these are really high level enemies. If you're doing your loot farm, you want to place multiple domes now instead of just the one, if you were before. But you're just gonna pop your ore, and then you can just whip claw. And once our combo is decently high, then we'll just be going crazy. So yep, it's gonna be hard to build a combo. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not gonna be able to build the combo much more, but you see the point. It's good. It's a lot of damage. Oh, forgot my roar there. It's a lot of damage. As you get higher and higher in combo, you just do more and more damage. The gas lingers, and you know they're inside the dome, so it just kind of kills new enemies that are pulled in. Um, it's really good. Yeah. You lose the Horus synergy with this update, So now you can't stay invisible. Stock is canceled by your pseudo exalteds. Um, so you do kind of have to survive now, but it's still really good. I would just recommend running a chaser with it, and then you get more loot drops. Once again, this is the non-loot build. This is the loot build. It's still a one-shot for basically all loot purposes. But yeah, really good. Just make sure you pop down more domes so that it doesn't kill outside the dome with influence. That's it for Khora. Alright, so 5 purple shards, running roar over 2, because 2 is pretty useless. This is my build. Um, Change up whatever you like. It doesn't matter too much. I'm running battery, and then you get over the 500 energy you need for the purple shards by using your rumblers, like picking up the rumble stuff. Um, Survivability is decently hard with Atlas. I don't think I'm going to be able to take him to level cap to get level cap footage, because it is decently hard. Um, Here's landslides. You can replace this for a full combo duration mod, the Gladiator Rush. I personally don't find the need to. I also kind of like running Naramon just for comfortability, but you don't have to. Just a standard influence build. If you want to run like a rock throw instead of a rock punch, you actually can. It would look something like this. And you're relying on Vigorous Swap, Arachne, and then the multi-CO and like a Hound to do a lot of damage. You can hit damage cap by just throwing the rock, which in my opinion is really funny. But we're gonna go with the punch because it basically one-shots everything anyway, and it's just, better AoE. So what it looks like in practice. Um, so you want to get your Rumble stuff. You can do that by summoning your Rumblers and then unsummoning them and then picking them up, and that'll give armor. Or you can petrify and then kill. So if I petrify an enemy and then I kill this group of enemies, they will drop the Rumbler stuff, and now I get these. So keep in mind, if you do go over the 1400, you do get the big buffs like double the range, double the speed, double the damage, no energy cost. But that no energy cost means that you're not able to manually gate with your landslide anymore, which means you're even more prone to dying, which is why I kind of don't like taking Atlas to level cap. So yeah, the 1400 rebel benefit is really, really large, but at the same time, it kind of means that his level cap survivability is just not really great. But that being said, as long as you're actively killing and you're actively casting Petrify, you can keep the 1400 up really, really easily. If I had a vacuum companion on right now, they would all come flying towards me. So yeah, it's pretty easy to upkeep, and it's just a bunch more damage and stuff. I would recommend Racted Dark Dagger for movement because passive is staying on the ground, gives you knockdown immunity. And if you leave the ground, then you're obviously not getting that knockdown immunity, right? So if I'm in the air, that means I'm not getting that knockdown immunity. Whereas if I'm using my Racted Dark Dagger, I am getting that knockdown immunity, right? So I would recommend that for movement. But yeah, Atlas is pretty simple. I will have gameplay footage for him, but it will not be level cap because it is just too hard to take him to level cap um, for me to invest it into this video, in my opinion. But yeah, that's it for Atlas. As far as level cap viability, the only one I would recommend taking to level cap is Ash. You can see I took him to level cap here. He's really good. The rest of them I wouldn't recommend. They want Naramon a little too badly, and their survivability is a little bit questionable. But yeah, Ash I would definitely recommend for level cap. So this is 5 times sped up Ash footage. It averages around 190 kills per minute in Mott. You'll see I mainly just use Falcor here because the buffing from Wrathful Advance and the stealth bonus is really good. I only really used the 4 on the Acolyte that spawns. But yeah, this is pretty good. Ash is a really, really, really good pick now. I would recommend him. This is 10 times sped up Atlas footage. You'll probably have to slow the YouTube video to actually see it, but just know it's basically just me using the landslide and rack the dark dagger for movement. It gets around 150 kpm and it works pretty good. There's nothing much to say. It's just like all the other pseudo exalteds, pretty much exactly what you'd expect. So this is 10 times sped up Khora footage, basically same boat as Atlas. Slow down the video if you want to watch it. But I didn't find a specific room that was really great for Khora. I'm running the loot build here, so no roar, but yeah, it performs exactly as you'd expect. Around 150 kpm, one shots just about everything. Pretty good in general. This is 8 times sped up Gara footage. Slow the video down if you want to watch it. Same boat as most of the other pseudos besides Ash, around 150 kpm. I couldn't find an exact room that was greatest for it because it is non-LOS, but a lot of enemies in Mott kind of spawn at different Y levels. You could probably find a map and get higher KPM, like maybe closer to 200, but pretty good in general. Exactly what you'd expect, just like the other pseudo exalted users. All right, so final thoughts. Ash is probably the one that got the largest upgrade out of these. They're all fairly strong. Um, Gora, Gara, Khora, and Atlas are all around the same strength level, right? They can one shot just about anything they come across, and they all get around 150 kills per minute on average. Um, yeah, Ash is just really strong. He's a great contender now for level capping comfortably because he can use his 4 to one tap level cap Thrax unprimed, and he can use Wrathful Advance to kill fodder enemies. Just really good in general. All of them are pretty good. Um, yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or anything, then leave a comment and I'll try to answer in a timely manner.